Aloha folks, how are you? On this wonderful Sunday. Now I'm not normally somebody who would ever share my cooking secrets. There are only a few anyways, but today I just kind of got into this whole thing. So I'm gonna do some, I guess people want to call them shumai. This is my own kind of thing, my own recipe. What I got here is ground pork, and I got a mix of bean sprouts, cabbage, carrots, and I got this stuff. I forget what they call them, but they, the wrappy things for your shumai, or your little dumplings, whatever you want to call them. You can get them at the Japanese food store, anywhere. I love these. Actually, these are really good to put fruit inside and deep fry them for little baby pies for the babies. But today we're going to do the ground pork. And of course, I got onion, ginger. I got some Hawaiian salt, Chinese 5-spice. Oh, and I forgot over here, ginger. So what I've done with the ginger, number one, got the ginger, one of these little grater kind of things. And our onions, we want to dice those up, and actually dice them up very fine. Now, you can be over here like this all day, what you want, whatever. But Auntie's going to be honest with you. I use the slap chop. Yes, I do. Love this thing. But anyways, so we've got finely diced onions. Oh, getting a little rough here. Come on. And with the bean sprout mixture, with the cabbage and the carrots, you can buy that in a bag. It's like a chop suey mix or something like that. Or you can make them your own. Shred the carrots, cabbage, and I put that with the slap chop too. I said slap chop, So what we do, we're gonna take the ground pork, and then we are going to add the onions. Let me get a space here. So then add onions right inside there, and the bean sprout mixture. And I actually like to mix this first and then add the spicy stuffs, but you do whatever you want to do. I use my hand. If you want to use a spoon, go ahead, fine. But I like to use my hand, and if anybody knows me, you know I got massive amounts of OCD, so I'm washing my hands 15 times in between doing all this kind of mess. But anyway, so we're gonna get that mixed in. And when it comes to the flavorings, I don't normally, like I said, I don't normally share my cooking secrets, but I have one little secret that actually adds a dimension to it, and it doesn't actually change it that much. So now I'm gonna add the ginger. Grab my spoon. Add the ginger. Salt is purely a subjective thing. If you don't like them salty, don't put too many salt. Me, I like them salty. And mahalo to my sister Puni Patrick for always supplying me with Kauai salt. I love you, sister. And I have a lot of Chinese 5-spice in here, and it's kind of powerful, but I love it because it is so layered. So what I'm gonna do is I'm only gonna use a little. We can say a couple of pinches, but I'm gonna say probably like a quarter teaspoon, maybe, not sure. I also don't measure my stuff, by the way, just so you know. And we're gonna get in there and mix this up, mix it up, mix it up. So now I know this is going to sound very weird to some of you, and I'm not going to worry about it, but my secret ingredient, and I only add just a little bit. I think it adds a lot of texture and a little bit of binding. This is honey. This is raw honey. Yeah, it's kind of raw. It's not filtered. And in this much pork, there's about a pound and a half. Yeah, I wouldn't go more than just a tablespoon, maybe. But like I said, it adds just a little bit of a different dynamic, so to speak. But don't use too much, because then, you know, it's going to be too sweet. If you have too sweet pork, it's kind of yuck, gross. But anyways, put this off to the side and get back to mixing. Mix, 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 mix. I'm going to get in there with my lima again. And now, there's another ingredient that sometimes I like to put inside here that adds a little bit of a different aspect as well, and that's red chili pepper flakes. Because I'm going to be making this for an ohana, I'm going to send this to their home, and they have keiki. I'm not going to put the red pepper flakes in this time. But once you get them all good and mixed in, typical, just looks normal, and I know most of you who are my friends list has seen things like this anyways. Nothing out of the ordinary. I like to use my measuring spoons to make sure I have a consistent size. So I usually use the tablespoon for this size. Now, if you are working on a bunch of these, just as a side tip for the wrapping kind things, I take a dry paper towel and I put them over them, and then I take a wet paper towel and put that over that, so that it'll keep it moisture. If you are going to be working for a very long time or making a ton of these, I'm only going to make this stack, so I'm not going to really use them, but I have another stack over there that I'm going to use them for. So I like to grab my little wrapper, and you could do this actually in advance if you want. Make the little balls of the pork. I take just boom, boom. This might be a little bit much for some people, depending, but right in the center. And if it's not in the center, just move them, no worries. And what you're gonna do is you're gonna start pinching, making pleats all the way around. So you just start pleating, and I like to feed and pinch at the same time. Feed with my right hand, pinch with my left, go all the way around, pleat, 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 pleat. And when you get going through this and you get into a motion, it's gonna get easier and easier. So there's my little shumai. I'm gonna take these and put them in whatever steamer you have. There is no rhyme or reason, but you could also freeze these for another day. And that's going to take longer to steam. What you want to do, what you're looking for, is that once it's all steamed, this will look very almost translucent, not transparent, but translucent. And there's no real way to burn them, in my opinion. But anyways, that's my recipe for this Sunday. I know I never do this kind of stuff, kind of funny, but I just wanted to share with you folks, because I'll be honest with you, this social distancing has got me feeling very alone. Anyways, have a good Sunday. I love you all. I'm also working on another project. I'm going to be reaching out to some of you folks very soon, possibly today. But have a wonderful life and stay safe and healthy. Aloha.